All right, guys, so we're going to be running back the fade. If you don't know what we're talking about, I used this team yesterday. Shout outs to PKS. And as I was thinking about what team we're going to use today, I was like, actually, we made so many changes, and I feel like the entire, firstly, welcome back. And I feel like the entire academy was like, yeah, Jam, this was a cursed live. We need to run this back. So based on that, we're gonna do some retribution. Just a retribution live here. Plaza could potentially show shuts down one, maybe two. Had arena upon calm minding. Can't muscle past this thing, but could muscle past almost everything else. Overnight. Not the Iron Head variant, so I can't shut down this. It's a decent little game, you know what I'm saying? A decent little game. Roaring Moon smashes if it's terrifying. The Gambit will become problematic, but I don't think there's any super straightforward way of dismantling this opponent. He has quite a few tools that can dismantle multiple things for me, and you know, we're still learning. We're still getting back into the swing of what standards, so my brain can't process as easily as it used to all the things that I'm looking at. So forgive me, guys, as we relearn. I don't see too much downside to this Corby. Does this get volt switch? Let's find out. Because he's gonna be like, this fool allowed his Corviknight to remain in. Damn sure I did. Because we're gonna figure this out. Because I don't want to overextend thinking they have volt switch. I can look it up, but if it's not common, I'm gonna be switching around expecting it to be that and blah blah blah. Let's find out if it does have volt switch. If it does, then I'm finished. Oh, that should get focus blast. Oh man. Oh lord. That won't kill me. Focus blast plus future sight might kill me. Probably I almost guarantee it will kill me. But I want this gone. Makes my Hatterene far more lethal. Plus I'll dodge the focus blast again, because just on principle you don't deserve to hit it. Plus I've missed too many of them my damn self. So okay. Is this a flinching move or something? He just wants to ensure that in case I'm focused that she got, oh yeah, that definitely. Jeez, that did a lot to me. Oh my. And I actually didn't do that much with so U-turn 0 knocks. The point of this is not, why would you stealth rock there? Dumbo? No, but that's a foolish stealth rock, because if I go Hatterene there, you give me rocks and you can't control for hazards. You know, it's just a waste of a turn. So this is Excelente. Calm mind, huh? Let's see. F sub. Oh my god. I'm guessing unaware. This is the same thing that happened yesterday. The opponent didn't even check for what kind of what's it called I was. They just clicked mindlessly. It's strange times we're in. So the press of the body, U-turn would have been sexy there, truth be told. But I wanted to switch out, honestly, if I'm honest. She'd probably gonna get fire blasted in Terra Ghost. Interesting. The reason I say that is because this, I don't think Landos can touch Roaring Moons. If I were to Roaring Moon hard, I'm going to, that's not a worthy trade. I could go Ken won't outspeed Pult though. So he decides to Terra. Let's just go for blood. Because I'm not gonna sweep him. Let me think, if I Dragon Dance, he goes Primarina, and I Terra Flying, knock him out. Actually might not be too bad. I'll probably get a 2-for-1 special with the Terra. Because Lando shouldn't be able to touch Roaring Moon. And I neutralize him by getting my attack boost back. So if he's U-turn, what if it's Air Balloon Gambit? I want to give me, what's my Terra options? My Hatterene being Terra'd me Gambit's Iron Head can't one-shot me, but I mean, I'm not doing like a ton back. Is my Terra worth keeping? Getting rid of the Lando is decent, but it's more getting rid of using Blaziken to get rid of the Lando first. If I take the damage on this, then the Dragapult becomes a slight issue. I'm just guessing these. I don't see an item, so I'm guessing these are in Rocky Helmet. And they're physically defensive. Is it U-turn? Okay, so I should have EQ'd. I should have. So Terra Flying would have. I don't know. I can't tell. So Samrock could have Sucker Punch. I know obviously Gambit sets always Gambit. Marina seems to be Calm Mind, so I'm assuming that would be max defense. Right. And so I want a Rocky Helmet. He probably has Training Kiss. Oh, they run Moonblast. Interesting. But this, actually, let me think. If I were to U-turn on, what would this? Because the damage on my Corby matters. What I don't want is for him to go back to Pult. So I'll Roost here. If anything, I can pressure stall on the Pult. The Terra Blast is gonna hurt though. Because my Blaziken can really go Hamilton on him. He's already Terra, so the Corviknight destroys the Gambit. Corviknight destroys the Samurott. This really is the only thing left that can handle the onslaught. My issue is if he goes straight to Pult here, which honestly is a fair turn to do it. If there was any turn to do it, it'd be here. I have too much solution to that. I don't want to take any more damage though. I'm gonna Roost this turn. Okay, goes Lando. Okay, so it's gonna be, I don't want my Sash gone, and I want the rocks up. So it's a fairly low risk play. If he gets to hit off on Hatterene, it's not the end of the world, because Hatterene is in the sweeper here. I mean, get the hit off, meaning in that case I was referring to. The Draining Kiss is no drawback because he has no fairy immunity in the game. Fairy immunity, right? Gambit is an odd play here. Very odd decision. He should straight attack or hard switch back, yeah. For the double. Is it worth the Roost? Because I think the game is over here. I think I might just win here. Is it worth? Let me see how much this does. Kind of curious. Terra Blast. He has 6 left. Well, 7. Even this out a little bit. I can get my Roaring Moon. I probably should have. Me not having the not Blaze, not Protect either. Actually, it was a misplay. Okay, so but he thinks that he knows I'm guessing he knows I'm Sash, because otherwise why would you have switched there? This is excellent because I think I might have just won here. Let's find out. No, he doesn't know I'm Sash, and I get the +2, which is necessary for the sweep. So I'm +1 attack, which is all I need. I really want to see Upper Hand do something. He can give this Pult up, then I could just beat him with my but Upper Hand fails if so it gives Primarina up, which is again great for if Blaze Cape miss it can. I wonder if this is common enough. It is common enough to where he copped out. Okay, so that was common enough. So my play there was to actually just threw. I didn't throw, but I didn't. I haven't terrestrialized yet. So Upper Hand is common enough to where people predict that. Because I was trying to think, is there, or maybe just expected me to Swords Dance. I don't know. So Kowtow comes out, so it gives me Gambit. Gives me a little more room to stall on the Pult. Leftovers would be really nice right now. But I have no reason not to roost stall. Well, for the you know what chance, but he has 2 remaining. I have 3 roosts though. I don't have enough roosts to do this. I sack Clodzire, go to Hatterene. Okay, go Samurai. It's actually it's heavy duty boots rock. Actually don't even know if this 2 KOs me. Clodzire is a fat motherfucker, yeah. Ooh, that was close. The knockoff is actually quite annoying. And him having the encore, huh? That's fine. Let's look at this shit. This is what I'm talking about. What is this? No way this is standard, bro. Well, even if he goes to Dragapult, that's fine by me. They Razor Shells. Okay, that seals the deal. If he goes to Dragapult, okay. I don't think he can one-shot Claude. Claude is a bulky mofo, and if I get the Toxic off, crits there. I really don't think if he didn't crit me, he would have won. I mean, he would have killed, but maybe he would have. Claude has 500. What's Claude's HP? Like something crazy, right? So if I got the Toxic off there, it would have been done deal. Pretty sure Side Shock just kills though. Draining Kiss kill. I mean, it would be a throw to go to what timer on this? 120. Be a throw to go to Samurai, I think though. I don't think there's any chance for Draining Kiss kills. If it did, then that would be it. Oh, I almost died. Side Shock for sure kills. And then I Draining here, Razor Shell locks, and I just roost stall. That's, yeah. Just, no, there's no point in roosting, I just body press. I could have roost spam, but that right there. But I mean, again, he's touching with the Rocky helmet, so he would have lost anyway. But unless there was Terra being tucked, it's a very tricky team because I'm like the upper hand. I'm thinking upper hand Jam, who hasn't played Mons in 8 months. I'm thinking that's some tech, and like everybody just attacks the Blaziken. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm the one who doesn't have the upper hand. Okay, so let's see. Excuse me, I recorded an amazing podcast yesterday, man. Really, like, if you haven't checked out the On the Contrary podcast, where it's basically on the philosophy, or not really philosophy, basically is it the basis, that's what I'm trying to say. The basis of it is that you know, there's behind every avatar, whether it's a YouTube comment, whether it's a Discord, you know, person is a person, right? Behind every avatar is a person. And that podcast initially was just everything competitive Mons, but evolved into just great stories where people share how applying the same mindsets and skill sets they learned in Mons drastically improve their offline lives. And I'm talking crazy stories, going from literal rags to riches in some cases. And so I recorded with someone yesterday, a previous trainee, and he's just transformed the shit out of his life over the past year. So that's going to be coming out soon. And yeah, just another amazing story. And it really just gives a different oomph to a purpose that I was losing touch with, which was that, you know, I want to simply help players improve their lives by mastering Mons, right? And the way we work, we're what's called mental martial artists, right? We beat people with our minds, not with our bodies. And so Pokemon makes you a world-class mental martial artist. And that's all I have to say about that. Actually, this is it's a very poor decision. Okay. Looking is legitimate. Aside, huh? Probably won't do that much. Tusk, helmet tusk. Damage. Helmet tusk, okay. The helmet tusk is common enough to wear. That did nothing, so that shit is max defense. Going Magnezone and fucking full switching would be a god play, but I'm mere human. Mere human. Hat could smash. I just need. It's actually a very tough game. From the raw material I have, that Gliscor Swords Dance thing is a game. What's interesting is that if I was an Iron Defense Corviknight at 6, like that was a horrible Gliscor SD. But you know, as far as he's concerned, it's like a fairly low risk play, right? So I'm really trying to see how I can win this. The combination of Corviknight and Clodsire defensively, no, might do it. It's just how do I deal with the Gliscor? And I think the solution, honestly, is going to be going really heavy with the Roaring Moon. Especially since it's SD Combine. So, what would I anticipate here? I'm actually going to just commit to the Terra Flying, especially if he goes, Ice Spinner, shit. That was, I didn't even need to. That means that was a waste. I didn't know Ice Spinner was common. Well, it makes sense. When I left, Gliscor was banned, so I actually shouldn't have went to zone here, unless he's not banned in. He is banned in, okay. So the score was the wave. I mean, zone was the play. Side, yeah, I'm cooked. I mean, I figured as much. I can't beat this Gliscor set. One thing I'm thinking here, like, is it worth running Defog over Iron, or having U-turn over Iron Defense? Because there are quite a few games where you ran into things where it's like Iron Defense that made all the difference. Because our only source of firepower is the Roaring Moon, for real. Everything else, Blaziken is walled by several things in the tier, so it's not as reliable as I'd like. We're gonna keep rocking with it. I'll keep the team as it is because we're never using it again. So, I'm trying to keep it as close to the original version as possible. But whenever you're going into a Pokemon battle, you don't go, okay, I always have a designated lead, and that's a gimmicky style of play, right? If you're just fucking around, that's cool. But if a team is actually solid, it should have solutions for a variety of the common sets within a tier. And so, if that Gliscor is SD, there's literally nothing I can do about it but a surprise factor. And if that's the case, then it would need to be edited, especially if it's a common set. If it's like a rare set, then it's okay, fair enough. But I'm not sure yet. But that Facade set was a bitch. I also didn't play Roaring Moon well enough, truth be told. I could have just air acrobatics the Tusk without taking the damage. I don't think that would have stopped the Gliscor from sweeping me. The alternative was to risk the Tusk being faster. Well, it's probably faster if I'm only 200 speed zone. Yeah, score lead is just menacing to me. Another, okay, Dose. I'm guessing these run U-turn. Dose is a weird lead unless I'm missing something, but let's find out. I actually enjoyed that's a fun little team though. Like, I'll give it that. I actually enjoy using cool stuff like Blaziken, because I have a couple other teams that I was gonna try. They just weren't that cool, you know? I want something cool. Yeah, this if this shit SDs, bro, I'm over this shit, man. I'm over it. Okay, I see knock. It's hard to say. knock. He double knocks, anticipating my Hatterene. Hmm. Hatterene is good at the right time. If I were to Terra Zone, Terra Blast, flying, that would open up what? And my Blaziken would get opened up, but it's just not. My Roaring Moon actually might be better served. Dang, and I mean, I'd protect here 1000% at a time, being like, yeah, this guy's gonna go for it. But what I'll end up doing is going Corviknight, and now I'll go Hatterene because he's gonna spike. Why would you knock there? I don't get that. That's fine though. I don't get why he knocks the first time. Oh, is it Earthquake or okay? So it is Swords Dance. Swords Dance protect. Training Kiss, Terrifying knockoff. Is it Facade knock? What is this, bro? I'm about to get wrecked by this fucking Gliscor again. Okay, all right though. So they run Facade. Interesting. So Facade knockoff is so you're just thinking like, okay, well, it's relatively low risk for me to. Okay, I see. And so the analytic zone was to gimmick the ground type away. That's just that my style. I don't like gimmicks that only work in very specific situations. Like I like reliable, I can calculate in every game. Like so I'm gonna leave it here. But yeah, and if SD score is common or this is just like a lower ladder thing where 1600s, this team ain't gonna do it for us. So you know, we gave our best. Yeah, this is just too big of an issue. Corby is important, but it's still kind of mid. Facade, you get Rocky Helmet, no. It's Facade spamming, which is pressure stalling. I'm not sure why he's doing that. I mean, what the fuck can I do, right? Not over or anything, but I'd probably protect here to scout. Oh, he's like, nah, bro. Nah, bro. See how much this does. I'm actually really glad he went fucking Zapdos. He might have expected Blitz, or I'm not sure why he hard switched the score out. What could Blaziken use that? Because he's actually in trouble now because he hard switched. He has to give up his Zamozinta's boost. Yeah. Which is great. I get a cool 67. It actually gave me an opening with my Roaring Moon. If I just don't know what the Tinkaton's gonna do. Tinkaton can't be trusted. Not trustworthy mon. If I were to Roaring Moon and Terraflying DD, let's find out. I'm done with the games. Meaning like I don't know what to expect. Is it Air Balloon? This shit is Air Balloon. So people run Air Balloon. A T-Wave? I'm about to get T-Wave, aren't I? Just feel it. Bounce that shit back. Oh no. Not the Gliscor. Not the Gliscor. I needed the damage. I'm gonna Flash Cannon straight up though. Oh, phew. Phew. So hard switch viewer to future sight here. No, Flash Cannon still the play. Yeah. I want your score to try to one-shot me. Zinta is in, which is fine. Okay, body press. The leftovers, I'm not fucking with you having leftovers. What I need is Tinkaton's balloon gone. The one thing. Let's say he does have iron press or whatever the shit that's gone. I doubt it though. Oh, he showed crunch. There's no way he has that. Is it score? I don't think score can knock me out. SD though. I just can't deal with this thing. When it comes in, it's too problematic. and he can just SD all day. Hopefully he does some stupid shit. Side shock does actually decent damage. If I can get another hit off, it'd be great. I don't see how I would. Facade is 1000% killing me from here. Yeah. So another SD score sweep. So yeah, I just cannot beat this thing. The only solution to this on this team would have to be that analytic zone stuff. That's just not a counter. I'd prefer to take U-turn off and make this iron defense. That would just fix this issue. Honestly, I'd probably sweep him from here with that set. But yeah, that's on me. Terra normal. How cool. How cool. I'm definitely dying from facade. If it's Terra normal died, then the body press did nothing. So we get swept by 2 SD glide scores. And that is going to be 26 minutes in. I just don't want to play out entirely. But I also am very curious to just modify and watch. Like, I like to modify because a lot of people struggle with team building, and so it's like sometimes I have the urge to live. Well, when I do the streams, I'll do that, but just live. Don't even like those. But to live demonstrate some of these things. So let's try to modify and see what happens. Let's see if it's just Jam not being able to handle these kings and their sets, or it's actually is Blaze Kick the strongest option. I mean, it must be. Like, these guys are good players, so I doubt that they would there would be a superior option other than between Blitz and Blaze Kick, and they didn't use it. Upper hand. Doesn't Blaziken get Ice Punch? Or am I thinking of something else? Fernic? One of these fire types randomly get Ice Punch. Might be Infernape that I'm thinking. One of it. Who gets Ice Punch, y'all? There's a fire type that gets Ice Punch that it doesn't make sense to. It's gonna bother me if I don't know. Not Fernic. I just remember something, or maybe I'm thinking about Lucario getting Blaze Kick. No, there's a random fire type that gets Ice Punch. Did Blaziken get Ice Punch at one point in time? Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. I think Blaziken did have Ice Punch at one point. Yeah, I just googled it. Blaziken learned Ice Punch in Aura. So I'm like, I'm not tripping. I remember Ice Punch Blaziken. Then why isn't it on here? I don't think I saw the option. Maybe it's some kind of trading thing where they removed the ability. It's definitely not on here. Let's see how our changes make a change. I don't. Yes, default died. Again, I'm not gonna change the structure too much. Where I'm switching out the ground type, changing around shit, and it's just a different team at that point, which beats the purpose. So in this squad, if this is physical, all I have to do is iron defense, and what's beautiful is I can iron defense and pressure stall. I'm actually gonna also make the Corvi. We'll keep it helmet and see what happens. But I have this strange sensation that my opponent will be quickly dismantled. Quickly and swiftly dismantled, you know? Because, like, what stops the combination of Corvinado and Cloudzyre? What breaks through such like, Dragon Pulse, the only potential solution I see is this Gambit. Okay. Can it take? Can it sub take? Can't take it. So Gambit's coming out. Or Moth Bolts. So you're gonna get your Pulse get toxic. That doesn't make sense unless you have like Dragon Darts or Will-O-Wisp and Darts. Life Orb Darts, interesting. The only thing is that I can't touch Dragon Pulse anymore. But maybe I don't need to. I don't need to. The U-turn momentum is delicious, don't get me wrong. Again, the structure of this team just doesn't work. I've gathered enough data. The Primarina, the Samurai, all the rocks have been broken. So in moments like these, it's like, okay, well, what do you have to guard against a dragon dancing moth? I mean, roaring moon. Don't know. Can't care too much either. I doubt life orb darts would have. So I'm assuming maybe flamethrower, fire blast. Look at me knowing things. Knowing things I should not be knowing. Should not be knowing that. So I could faint here if he tears into ghost and his life orb terror ghost. And you know, looking at the structure of his team, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Is it better to drink his heart? No, I want to bait. He actually goes moth. He's giving me his moth. I could take the moth by just side shocking. I could go Claw Zyron and validate the moth, but if it's some random Terra Grass thing, I'd lose. I might just lose the game. But he clearly does not like my Hatterene with his. But he probably won't do that much to me. Oh, that did a lot. But not enough to where I can't switch my Hatterene back in on his pole. Plus, I forced the Samurott or the Dragapult in here. I don't even think Ceaseless Edge would kill me at 40. If it doesn't, I really want to Draining Kiss here. But he's gonna get a 2-for-1 special if I let him Ceaseless Edge for free. Let's run the calc on this. Let me calc and stuff. Hisuian. Samurott. I probably should have typed the whole thing. Oh, they do it the other way. Samurott. We lead. Hatterene. Oh, you come on. Let me see what my timer is saying. 60 seconds. Ceaseless Edge is 45. It can't kill me. This is a 304 defense one though. Let's see if it makes a difference. You need absolute max to kill me. I'm taking your Aqua Cutter. Get the hell out. Bro. Actually, maybe Aqua Cutter killed. Razor Shell. Actually, Razor Shell. I forgot Ceaseless Edge is weak. Never mind. I just wasted my Hatterene. I don't know why I just felt entitled to him going for Ceaseless Edge. That was actually very foolish. Even me going to Corviknight here was fairly foolish. But he did something foolish in return, and opted to. That was dumb of me. I don't know why I forgot that the water ones are actually stronger. That was very foolish. A Terra Watered, a Terra Watered Corvus with Iron Defense is actually perfect for this type of set, actually. Perfect for this kind of Dragapult, I mean. Iron Defense here to cover for the Drake. What? Okay, Draco did 60. I died to another one. No, what? Draco darts? Bros, this is not a set. This is not a set. I refuse to be convinced. This is not a set. I refuse to be convinced otherwise. Shit. I refuse to be convinced otherwise. Why would you go hard Tusk? It didn't make sense. He's not. If I was, it might die. It's very close. Yeah, Tusk was a unplay there. Oh boy, I can't get my health back on Corby, can I? I must slow Corby. That's actually a really big deal. But Draco did what? These 1500 Dons, man, I tell you, they're just unstoppable. And Heavy long rush. I mean, heavy long rush. So actually, I have to go to Corby and let him knock himself out with heavy long rush. You know what I'm saying? Head long rush. That Dragapult is an issue. That is what we call an issue around these parts. So he goes Primarina, which is a huge misplay. I don't get why you go Primarina here. You don't want my Clodsire in. He hasn't terrored yet though, so I'd assume he'd never hard pull. Substitute then hard Dragapult. No, you can't hard Dragapult because I Earthquake you. Unless he has some kind of Terror type that I'm unaware of. I guess there's no reason not to just EQ full on. It'd be worth. You wouldn't switch the Primarina out now. The Terror is what I'm afraid of. The Terror on the Gambit. EQ here. I don't know why he subbed there. That was a waste. Unless I'm missing something. I don't know where Cloud just was. Unless he's trying to get me down to the most menial of health. I mean, get his Gambit powered up by sacking all his mons. I mean, I know the Gambit is Terra something, but Terra what? I don't know. If it's Terra Fairy, how would I need to position myself? How would I need to position myself to make sure that the Gambit can have its way? If I were to go Pulse, %, recover one more time, then go Zone. So Zone forces the Dragapult in. Blaziken forces the Gambit to Terra. Then again, what can I do? If it's Terra Fairy, Blaziken forces it to Terra immediately, but I'll probably die to Katal. And if he SDs, it's no, there's hope. You'll see what I mean. So Moonblast here, forces Pult in here. Technically could go to Gambit. I don't think Gambit makes sense. Force Pult in, he Dragon Stabs. I'll switch here. I guess it won't work that way either because I have to go Clodsire for this to work. And my Blaziken can't outspeed. Yeah, him having Draco fucked everything up because my Corviknight had all the control. Corviknight had all the control. Darts are gonna hurt, so there's no point in me wasting. Actually, Toxic has merit here. Toxic has merit because I want. No, it doesn't have any merit. It doesn't make a difference. They didn't Terra yet, no? Yeah. I think it makes a difference because what I wanted was Blaziken versus Gambit in the end with a full health Clodsire. But I can't have it. I can't have it. So be it. Well, the upside, it's not over yet, right? Because Gambit can't one-shot Blaziken. So what I can do is Swords that. Oh shit. We in this. Oh shit, no, bro. We have the upper hand. I didn't expect it to be Terra Dark. Terra Dark is something I didn't consider at all. Now him Terra Darking there was a really good play because it would knock me out with Sucker most likely after Fallen 5. And it would give, there's no way I'm knocking out Gambit with Roaring Moon from full. And then me SDing, if upper hand wasn't a thing, he'd have all the leverage there, right? Because it's like, why wouldn't you just sucker at least 2 more times? But we have the upper hand. So yeah, there's too much weirdness in the tier. I mean, in this part of the ladder. And I don't think this team has the backbone to take weirdness. So yeah, we're gonna grab one more. Okay, no Dragapult for once in my life. The Lazar shuts potentially 1, 2, 3. Hattering's actually quite annoying to my team. Man, not having U-turn, you will be missed. U-turn, you will be missed. But well, so we go, as they say. Got a couple options here. There's no rocker. Interesting. Blaziken is legit here. Legitimate. It doesn't really have any setup, but well, it does, but I have to get rocks up first. So let's lure out that samurai. I think we're dealing with a mindless samurai user, so we're gonna put him in the dirt. Because if this is sash, it throws off everything. The sash, this is the only likely sash option. So that would be my biggest. Actually, Mystical Fire is not the play. I'll go Cloudy Covers for Nuzzle and Mystical Fire. Psyshock? Was Cloudzyre? Am I missing something? Was Cloudzyre the obvious play there? It crit me, which wouldn't have killed me, so that does matter. But I'm very surprised by Psyshock there. Okay, so that changes a lot about this game, but I'm okay. I'll live. I'll live. I made this game 400 times harder, but my Hatterene is also legitimate, so legitimate. Can very, very decisively beat him with Hatterene if I play correctly. Raging Bolts. This is Specs. A Terra Quake or it's something. A Terra Quake. Let's find out. Find out how much this does, unless he's gonna Terra Fairy. In which case I'm fine, you know, I just get the Terra early. This live. What? That's attack boosted. Yeah, your boy. I'm so far from lost, but those were the 2 horrible turns on my end. But we're still in the game. I need to hit this Blaziken. Getting the speed boost. This Blaziken is really, really, really dangerous. It's a really, really dangerous threat. At this point in the game, do I have the luxury of switching here? No, I do not. Especially because he Brave Bird. I'm really glad he did. Please hit. Please hit. Because this could sweep him, depending on what the Samurai is. Depending on what the Samurai is. So we got a 2 for. That's why I said the game isn't over, but like I'm cleaning up potential Hatterene options. Ooh, shit, he went for the priority. That boy has a priority move. Oh, he got my ass. If I upper handed again, he was done. But the risk versus reward for me wasn't worth it. Like I can beat him with actually. Nah, he just got the play. He took the risk and got it. If I upper handed again there, I think I swept him. No, actually he was playing this poorly. He could have went hard Moth stab. Moth's dual type actually walls Blaziken. They could have just went Moth. He actually sucker punching the second time was a bad play. If he doesn't sucker punch the second time, he can go Moth and take at least 1 hit. Now that he unveiled that I had the sucker punch. If I SD or upper hand that time, his Moth would have to come in and he'd lose. I guess maybe not, because Moth destroys the rest of my team. So the key moment was me thinking Raging Ball died to EQ. And I don't regret making the Cloudzyre play. because you never want Magnezone coming in on a Hatterene. So if you Psyshock, or if I U-turn on your Hatterene, you want to ensure that you get value. So Clodsire is never going to be the play on Hatterene because Hatterene does poorly. I mean, Clodsire does poorly versus Hatterene. So there's just no, unless for some reason people go but why would people go Clodsire and Hatterene? But even if I went Clodsire, I wouldn't die. So him critting me meant like there's just nothing stopping the Iron Moth or the Raging Bolt anymore. And he was Sash Samurai like I thought. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to get my rocks up early, because I didn't want anything to stop the Blaziken going crazy. And if you can see right now with rocks up, I'd have swept him straight up. Especially Terra Fire would blow the Hatterene away unless it's. So there's no point in wasting any more time. There's no way I can win. Unless, no, he's Sash. He already showed me that. Yeah, no way I can win. That's not true. If the Moth does not have Sludge Wave, I have a shot. Oh, I still have Terra. I never Terra'd. Guys, I'm tripping. Balls. I never Terra'd. So my play here was to go to fucking Magnezone and Volt Switch. Body press, almost timed out. My play here is to go to actually my play here is to let him C-Switch as Iron Defense. I forgot I never Terra'd. That's funny as hell. His Ceaseless Edge didn't work. I forgot I never Terra'd. So if I Terra your press, let's see how much this does. He gets the boost. Fuck, he gets the boost. I needed him to not get the boost there, but he got the boost. Is that crap for me? Not necessarily. Interesting. He might not have Sludge Wave. Alright, you could have Sludge Wave. Well, yeah. Maybe it's not over. It goes Hatterene first, which means he does not want smoke with mine. Doesn't have an item. There's something going on. I'll probably be faster than him. If he Mystical Fires, he Specs. That's what it was. Okay. In which case, this charge is my best play. Oh my god, he got. Oh no, this is perfect actually. I want. Stop getting the boost, dude. Actually could have won this. He didn't get the boost there. I had a decent enough shot, but I'm gonna take too much from this to where the Valiant can knock me out. So he did have Sludge Wave. Okay. Yeah. This was a very strange game. I think he could have won the game a lot earlier if he played, but I think he tried to choke towards the end. If you had Sludge Wave, the subbing and all that was nonsense. Because you don't want to give me an opportunity to calm mine, which is what ended up happening. Well, no, I Psyshock straight up. But Terra Steel. Okay, so it was like Terra Steel Valiant. That's actually quite cool. I haven't seen that in a while. So yeah, your boy cannot. But this was a loss on my end. Like I put myself in the back very early with the Roaring Moon and Clodsire moves. This would have been a quick wrap up. But lessons learned. So we got 50 minutes of getting beat down. That's all good. I'll be using some more standard teams. Trying to avoid using those. Those bore me. Can you guys, if you have any more interesting teams before we get all super standard, please send them to me. Not feel like using because I was into Goldengo stuff. Yeah. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this beatdown, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.